Hello, I'm David Greene, CEO of the Florida Pain Network, where we connect those in pain with pain relievers around the state, including chiropractors, pain management doctors and clinics, and physical therapy practices. Today, the topic is a new research study showing that swearing actually decreases your pain. And when the researchers in Britain started to do this study, they thought the opposite was going to happen, that swearing after a pain acute, like putting your hand on a stove or something like that, they thought that was going to increase pain because of the emotion that it sparked up, the heart rate got going, but that's the opposite of what they actually found. They took two sets of students, there were 64 in all, from a British university, and they had all of them put their hand into a bucket of ice. Now, anybody who's put their hand into a bucket of ice knows that it's not fun after a few seconds. It's a big shock to the system, it's acutely painful, and what do you want to do? You want to swear, all right? It's no different than if you put your hand on a hot stove or you drop a weight on your foot. Swearing just kind of comes out. So they let half of the students use four-letter words all they wanted. The other half, they said, you can't use these four-letter words, you can only use these words, and they were not very emotional words. They're very benign, just neutral. So what they found is that the group that was able to swear, their pain levels went way down compared to the ones who were not. So it did help. And interestingly enough, it helped more in women. Women's pain levels actually dropped more than men's in that group. And they came up with a theory. The researchers stated that, yeah, women don't swear as much overall. So when they do, emotionally, it's more of a release and satisfying. Then when men do, they swear more often, they're just kind of used to it. So they don't get as much satisfaction out of letting go with a four-letter word. Another interesting thing that they hypothesized was that swearing is a primitive reflex. Very similar to if you accidentally step on your dog's tail and he or she yelps. That's a primitive reflex. If they could curse, they probably would. And maybe they are in doggy language. But in English or Spanish or whatnot, we have some way of getting it out. So, a lot of the English students that were allowed to use the swear words, use the word bollocks, because that's a swear word in England, and it helped. So those are the two things that the study showed, is that it does decrease pain, and that women actually decrease pain more. So if the swearing doesn't quite cut it, let the Florida Pain Network help you. FloridaPainNetwork.com. You click on I need a pain doctor, and it'll show you the clinics closest to you. We have a lot of clinics around the state, a lot that take insurance, some that don't. There's some chiropractors on the site. If you're a clinic, either pain or chiropractic or physical therapy, who wants to be listed with us, call the number on the site. It's 877-877-8556. Or if you're in pain and need assistance, you can call that number as well. We'll be glad to help you out. I'm David Greene, CEO of the Florida Pain Network. Your pain stops here.